Let's get started with big breaking news coming in. Supreme Court boost for Ganguly-Shah. Decks are now clear for the second term, where Supreme Court has allowed amendments to the BCCI constitution. No cooling off period between two terms. The top court boost for BCCI President Sourav Ganguly and Secretary Jay Shah, as both can now continue in their tenure. The Supreme Court has allowed amendments to the BCCI constitution, paving the way for their re-election. Karishma joining us live with more. Karishma, it seems that the Supreme Court in some ways have desisted from interfering in BCCI administration, and the process, or rather the decks, are now clear for re-election of Jay Shah and Sourav Ganguly. What else can you tell us, please?
Well, it's absolutely, Afrida. The decks are now cleared and they are going to get an extension of 3 years each for Sourav Ganguly and Jay Shah, because remember, they are, they are getting an extension of 3 years each with regard to this order that has been passed by the Supreme Court. Now there is going to be amendment that have been accepted by the Supreme Court. 3 years of extension has been given to Jay Shah and to Sourav Ganguly, which essentially means that their term was to end in October this year, but now it has been extended by 3 more years, because what the Supreme Court is essentially saying in its order when it's accepting the amendments that have been made is the fact that earlier it was 3 years in state association and 3 years in BCCI, and then they were supposed to go into a cooling off period. That has been scrapped, and now it's being said that if you've completed 6 years in state associations, then you're supposed to go into a cooling off period. And similarly, if you've had completed 6 years in BCCI, then you're supposed to go into a cooling off period. So what the Supreme Court has done essentially is to delink the state associations and the BCCI. State associations to look after domestic matches, domestic cricket, and BCCI obviously looks after the international fixtures while being the parent body. So what's important here to understand is the fact that Supreme Court has delinked the state associations and BCCI, and that is why it is being said that office bearer that has spent 3 years in state association can definitely come into the BCCI now.
And thanks for the clarity that you give us on this, that there can be no connection of tenure served in the State Association and the BCCI. So if someone has indeed served 3 years already in State Association, that is not counted. That remains separate. Therefore, now we see a situation of both Sourav Ganguly and Jay Shah could be re-elected, since the cooling off period also has been scrapped. Karishma giving us the details. Thanks very much.